Hello and welcome back to the Octagon Park, which could also be named the Red Park, the Artery Park, the Blood Park, whatever, as long as red is in the name. Because, we've called things red, but on purpose, because it will be part of a greater scheme of colors. So yeah, and to that end, we also, as part of the greater scheme, we need to accomplish the goal of getting 10 coasters out there, different types, each with a length of 1200 meters and an excitement rating of at least 7. And guess what? We're in Junior 1 and we already accomplished that. But you know what we didn't accomplish? We do not have guests entering, or named guests in the park. So let me grab the old list here. Excuse me. And get a few names in. Now, we will have Dan Miller in the park. Wait, was it you who wanted to be in this park or in a park with harder guest generation? I forgot. I should have written it down, but I forgot to. But regardless, you are in the park, good sir. Of course, wait. Ooh, I don't want to be tired though. Maybe I'm not that tired, but no, let's not take a tired. Are they all tired? Really? Is that the gist of it? No, you are not. You, good sir, will be damaged, because I, of course, also need to be in the park. And then last but not least, you were the tired one. You are Dan Miller. You guessed 471. You shall be airport 444. Right? With an extra 4. Because 4. And also with the notifications on. So welcome to the park, all of you, myself included. Now, as for what we are gonna build here, we basically need another gentle ride, I feel. We have one, and that's it. So why don't we add like this one, huh? Which will also give a little bit of music, and it will just fit over here perfectly. So yeah, I don't think there is any choice in like whether or not this ride can be here. Also, 12 single seaters means that we can only have a really short queue, which to me would consist of this and then an exit there. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Now, one thing, if we take a look at like where stuff is in the park, and I guess, my famous, or well, infamous color scheme will peek around the corner right now. Let us quickly zoom out here, as this is the original view, right? And then from here on to the giraffe means that basically this is in the next corner. And we said purple, orange. So purple it is, and there is like a pink and purple distinction. So this will be the pink section, and then this over here will be the purple section. So pink it will be. So let's see what we can do here, right? Why don't we call this 12 pinkies? Oh man, that name is way too easy, but I like it. Excuse me. Now, we can go with the brown fence color. That's alright. See, we have quite a few colors for pink, if I'm honest. I mean, the brown, matches, pink, brown. Yeah. I think that's in there, so that's good. And, we have like this. We have this. This is like a borderline, but we can also add this into the mix. And then these are like the purple colors, right? Which we can also use this to border into. So I feel like brown is also a good color here to mix it in with. Now, having said that, Are we gonna do all in the same colors? No, of course not. We cannot have it. So we shall go with, even though I don't think you see anything of these colors that we select here, we're gonna choose them nonetheless. So, and then, you know, we might as well mix in a little bit of red, so long as the majority of this is pink. Imagine if you would see this in real life, you know, pink, a pink bumper cars. I don't know. I still have to encounter it for the first time. Now, let me see. You can also be this. Yes. And then this can also be more like this. Yes. So far, you know, and you know what surprised me really when I saw it is that we do seem to have like pretty much all the colors of the 8-bit color wheel or whatever you call it. You know, the 8-color color wheel. But we have like pretty much all those colors represented over here, which I think is pretty cool actually. Man, I wish that you know, getting different colors on the car would actually mean improved ratings, but alas. Alright, so then we need to set this one up proper, and now that we have only like a 10 people queue, I think we can just go for like the full 3 minutes there. You know, it won't be generating that much money, but this is the best bumper cars ride there is out there, right? The twin pinkies. At least that is what it sounds like to me, you know, the untrained damage. Ooh. We also got like a few more thrill rides. Let's get like one more thrill ride out here. How about it if we build the box and we build it... Should we build it all the way down here? I mean, let us, before we do this, because this is starting to become a little bit important. So, if we are to say, like, we want a cross cut over here, if we do this, and I kind of think we should, and then basically what we need is around the around the giraffe, we need like a path. Man, by the way, my sniffling and snuffing is terrible, by the way. My apologies, you know, beforehand already, in advance, or whatever. But yeah, you know, I think we should have like a section over here, like this, you know, later on. So if we do that, that's probably gonna mean that we're gonna have like the path expansion come from over here. So this is good. This is yeah, that's doable, you know, definitely. All right, good. Then it's decided. Just, you know, just for me to, because I need to memorize my own planning as well, lest I forget. Square and then by parts, basically. And maybe even cross diagonals, I'm not sure of. We shouldn't make it too big though. So anyway, you know, the shoebox here, the motion box is safe, you know, that's fair game. We can definitely get this going here, and therefore we shall. That is after I remove this stupid tree. How many can go in this? 8. Alright, so we need to reverse this basically. So I need to do it like this. And is that the right? In theory, this should be possible. I'm not entirely sure, but it looks rather tight. But at least according to like, yeah, no, so it isn't actually possible. You know what? That's easily fixed though. If we move the entrance and exit around, so that means you, and then you, and then you. There, done. Nice. Right. I hear the music go as well. Also, of course, over here we now run into the same issue. But I feel like it's gonna be less of an issue. Is it now though? Just hold on a second, because if I see this right, there's two ways we can go here. Or we go below the path and hook it up here. In terms of repeat cast, this would be the best move ever, you know? That's what it comes down to. In terms of pathing, it would be horrible. And that's putting it mildly. But because, you know, if we were to zigzag, what we would have is we'd go straight, up, straight, up, up. And then we would hook it up over here, which is also like really ugly. But so is crossing it below here. That might actually look cleaner. Yeah, I think this is the better choice here. Even though I don't really like to have the paths crossed that much, you know. I think this is within the acceptable ranges, so good. Now, with these rides added, now is the time that we do need an extra fixed mechanic. And I also feel like for this ride, I'm not even really sure what the ratings are. I mean, I've built this like in pretty much every park that's available, and I still don't know the ratings. How good am I, right? Oh yeah, that's just that good is how good I am. Now then, I'm gonna take the risk and say this doesn't generate much from it. And this will come back to bite me in like no time. Just watch. Yeah. I almost feel like I already know that we need to, you know, add a handy dude here, but I'm gonna try. Also, why don't we call this Torius Bronco? For whatever name it might mean, you know. It means this doesn't mean anything to me. It's alright, Bernard. It's alright. Also, let's keep these pink, you know, so we have a little bit of contrast, even though it doesn't mean anything. It doesn't mean anything to me. Yeah, and with the medium, I do feel like we want an extra handy dude for this area. Because I feel like in terms of vomit, we are gonna need it. So there we go. Good. Now, where do we stand in terms of like our park? I also see a speck of vomit. Did I? I thought I saw it here. Oh yeah, there's one over there, but so far that seems to be it. Our park seems to be in a clean state for now. So what we should do though is let us first unpause it, get the gas back, and also let's get light bulbs on the queues. There. Wow, and look how quickly that filled up, huh? Oh my. Yeah, that's rather insane. Also, 2 minutes 20 seconds means that for that's 140 seconds for 3 trains with some boarding time of like 10 seconds, if not more. This means that we could easily set this to like 15 seconds. Yeah, that seems better for the fermosegno. It sounds really nice in Italian if I say it like that, huh? It's not really meant like that, but right now, as it stands, currently all our queues are full, so we are producing money at the maximum rate. Which is not bad, to say the least. Yeah, it's definitely not bad. But in terms of ride running costs, stuff, where are our wages? Yeah, no, we are making some money, but it's not the beastly amounts that I was hoping for. And also, yeah, this is starting to look really bad. What's the good thing about this is that it seems to me that the moment the guests come over here, they will go into the station like straight away. So basically it's only a small bit that they can boat around in, so. Oh man, that is really bad. Let me give me a moment. Alright, and back. I hope I got my hay fever fixed now, back in your cage. Back to what we were doing is right now I'm debating like what we should do here. I feel like what we should do is continue the loop around here, and just basically finish it off. However, I also feel that it would be time for our next coaster then. Which, if I look at our budget and our finances, which we just did, the only viable candidate is this one, if I'm honest. And only if we do not go too high with it, so we keep the costs down. So if we do this, let us say that we expand the path around the lake here, stay a little bit on the hillside over here, go up and then get to the path here. What if we were to build the coaster into the underground here of the hill, and then basically just have it use up like a quarter over here? Because this seems to me like a little bit a difficult terrain to utilize for other rides. So if we can build something cool like over here in this section, maybe also go a little bit above the water, even though I don't want to do it too much because then we can't see our red blood cells scooting around here. But yeah, I think that would be a nice thing for us to set up. So let us get that working. So how would that path look? To me, it would do some actual going through the terrain terraforming. And by the way, guys, I mean, I'm actually somewhat creating a backlog on the videos. Who would have known, with my irregular life stuff. Wait, what? Don't jump around on me, game. No, but with all my real life stuff always getting in the way of recording, I actually now all of a sudden have a few videos pre-recorded. So, what I just realized as like an extra nice challenge to add, which I thought would be really nice, is to also not pair up any coasters. So all of them have to achieve their ratings on their own. Which I think is just, added spice, basically, to the challenge that is already in the park. Now, we'll have to remove you, because now there is path here. And then this should not really be an issue. Nice. And then all we need to do now is just hook this up. Which means this. And then done. Nice. Okay, so all the guests are now coming over here. Let us, like crazy, prepare this park area. Because I shouldn't really have hooked it up, but, now that the floodgates are open, yeah, there's no holding them back. Also, I see a mistake all of a sudden in our signage. So, let me just quickly... What? No! Game! Ah, this is so annoying. Yeah, there you are. Come on, game. We can't have this for too long. Yeah, exactly. I really thought I clicked on the sign, and then it turned out I didn't. Anyway, let's see. Trash cans. There. And trash cans there. Do like a few jumping fountains, because in the end jumping fountains are good, Guests love them. At least that's when I mind read them, that's what they say. Maybe that's how they hide their thoughts to me, They just think about jumping fountains whenever they know that I read their minds. We don't do mind reading all that much. So anyway, back to... Yeah, so this is a good spot for a toilet here, I feel. So let us add one there. And let us also add another one over here. Seems about right. And then maybe also... I feel it wouldn't be a bad idea to also add another balloon stall in like each and every colored section. So so basically we're gonna have 8 balloon stalls. Yeah, that seems like a real good idea. So we should have that like no. Yeah, let's have that over here. And this one will be pink. Well, that's actually not that pink. This is pink. Yes, balloon stall. There you go. Now we also need a few food and drink stalls. Let's add at least 2 drink stalls here. Because yeah, you know, I feel like this area might see quite a few visitors. Also, for some reason, somehow, we haven't really made it easy for us to get a lot of shops and stalls in here. Which, in hindsight, is not that clever of me. Which is unlike me, because usually I only build the clever stuff, right? I like to think so myself, at least. Now, for the rest, what else do we need here? We need like another food thing. So let's do something like this over here. There's also a drink stall over here already. So I think we got everything covered, basically. Yeah, and the question is, do we also need like an umbrella store for every color of a section of the park? I kind of feel like we need something of every color so that you can really track where the guests have bought their stuff. So yeah, let's just do it. Let's also get this one. Also, yeah, no, all right. So why don't we say, not much, not much room here where we can easily build this. I guess we can't really escape the need to do something like this. So right, and then just do pink there and be open. Good. Okay, so having built this, I think, well, how long is the queue time? Well, it's not that bad. And for this ride, how long is the queue time? 5 minutes. And for this one, 9 minutes. Okay, hello entertainer. How are you doing here? Let me get the first entertainer of the park. And we are not doing so great with our finances. We really need to address this by getting the coaster out pronto. So, yeah, you know, that's like the next order of business. Get the coaster out there. And to do this, let's build it on this line of tiles here. So, and we're gonna need like, excuse me, the maximum loan for this as well. So that's definitely a guarantee. And I'm not even sure if we can get this above the 1200 height marker that we, of course, are set to by the park's goals. Wow. Really? Game? Hold on. And we get the best value park in the country. Nice. Okay, so now we really need to put our mouth in where or put our money where our mouth is, or whatever the saying says, you know. Because yeah, it's on right now. If we don't perform right now, no, then we are in some real trouble. And also, what we can do with this is basically let us just to cover our asses, because we kind of need to. Just to cover our asses, let's construct this first. Because I just have a feeling that I know how this is gonna go if we don't. Look, so this isn't too bad. This is gonna be a lot worse. This is gonna be one of those. Oh man, it got worse. It got bad here, you know. This is one of those cases of like ultra bad queue design. So, oh, and you know what we also forgot over here, by the way. Now that I see it, yeah, we might want like a handy dude, at least for just the general path area, you know, because he just didn't assign a single one. Yeah, that's not good. I mean, I'm laughing about it, but in reality, it's, you know, this is more to cry about, basically. All right. Well, also, I think you should be dropped right there, as that is where you have the most work to do. And then let's get back to building this. Yeah, so just before we continue this, how are we going to build this? Because what we need to cover is 3 height tiles, which if we extend this by 1, 2. So that's not enough. What we could do is extend it by 1, and then say 2, and then back. Well, that would be the more clever solution. Let us do that, because I think if we don't, then we're really gonna run into issues. And I don't like that. I think the supports will be too high for that, you know, for what I like in terms of looks. I guess I don't have a choice in the matter. This is like the best I could do, and still it's terrible. Can you imagine how bad of a queue design this is? Anyway, let us quickly get this coaster done, right? Because that's what we really need. And then I guess this would start out with a track that is actually capable of at least lifting itself off the out of that lakey area. Nice. So we don't really need to have that much drop for this one. Just, oh man, just a fly in my eye. Just give me a moment. Alright, that should be better, even though I can barely see anything right now. But at least I killed the thing with my eyes, you know, with my deadly tycoon glare. Alright, so now it's just a matter of getting in the track length as cheap as possible, basically. And we should be able to get in a fair bit without raising the cost too high. You can see what I like about this is that basically this one can go so flexible with its track design that it doesn't really matter where you go with the coaster, because a lot of the options that you have are just good regardless. So I like this. We also have like one more space free, which should lead us into the underground. And I feel like this one should definitely make a venture out there. So, there. So do we have like one more? Oh, yeah, we totally have, but that's not gonna beautify anything. So, let's see. We are in the underground. And I haven't even really thought about track design on this one. And also, Whilst we do that, let's leave the game running a little bit, shall we? Because that's generating us money and we need it. But if we zoom out a little and make the view normal, right now we're in here, in this hill. I wouldn't mind if we do a little bit of underground here, then go down a level and resurface over here and just border up with the lake. Go into the underground and then do like a new lift section to fill up a little bit of the area here and then get back somehow. Which should also more or less get us to the what was it, 1200 meter mark, I believe? Yeah, something 1200 meter-ish. I mean, underground sections are kind of expensive, which is kind of meh. I don't really like expensive if it doesn't need to be expensive. So let us see that we get to the lake right now. Or at least a little bit closer, right? Oh, but already we run into issues with the terrain height. I don't really like that. And then if we go to height 9, we should be able to still move above the lake, right? Yes. So let me see here. Nice. Right, so now, oh wow, we came above ground at like the exact same place as where our own track is at. So, yay for that. Wasn't really planned like that, but also. Oh yeah, no wait, there's also our roller coaster track in the way. So let us remove this tree and let us get into the underground right here. Because I think right now would be a smart moment to do this. And then basically what I want, but I feel like we're not gonna have the money to even pull this much off. What I want to do is, oh, there's a roller coaster track in the way, huh? What I want to do is see that we manage to lift ourselves in the underground and then resurface over here. We don't need to go high with it either. But something like this. Oh. Yeah, hold on a second. You know, it might be nice if we do manage to at least avoid our own station, right? I think that would be a really clever idea. Oh, and going down that one bit wasn't even enough. Look, and that does it for sure. Oh wow, yeah, and the sniffling and snarfling is getting worse again. My apologies. But let's focus on the task at hand, which is anything but easy. Because realistically, we need to. This needs to go one sooner. And then, for now, I feel like. Wait. Man, haven't I done that in a long time. For now, guys, I feel like in regards with our money, let's just get this back to the station, because we don't have money to really finish it. So what we will do is we will try and finish this at a later point, which I think for now is like the only right solution that we have for this. And you know, we should get more money relatively soon. Now what we need to do is basically see that we line it up in such a way that we can just head back there. So there's nothing fancy about our getting home track here. Excuse me. There. Look. Like I said, there is nothing fancy about this track, huh? Which, by the way, if you ask me, this is also pretty nice, you know, returning point. So we just barely managed to finish this this track, and I don't think we have 1200 meters under our belt here. Now let us charge $5. And basically, we need to wait till we have a little bit more money for this, for us to be able to, you know, to continue with this coaster. But just you trust me, we are definitely going to have this coaster be and 1200 and be 7+ in the ratings. And that's the thing that is gonna happen. Well, look at the speed that it has. It is actually going quite fast, which means that we can still add a bit of track here and there. That's all right though. Also, because this is over here in the red section, we're gonna have like 2 color schemes for this. So first of all, because of the pink section, this is definitely what we need for this. And then, you know, let's go with like a red trim. And then let's go with pink and pink colors. Yeah, that seems about right. Also, is it finished? Yeah, but we are totally not reaching the we are totally not reaching the track length. So definitely will we add more, but that is for later. For now, let's get this to 10 seconds, which should make for an even spread. And why don't we call this Panterion? And that is totally not after some panther that was once painted pink. Just so you know. Also, what we need is this needs to have its own fixed mechanic. There. Now, I'm very curious. We will have the ratings right now? Yeah, we do. It's actually rather close. I think that we can easily get this above 7. The moment we have a little bit more money to spend on it. Now, as for the coloring, I said we would give this a bit of custom paint. Let's do so for like this bit only. Because in the underground, I feel like this is right on the border. So let us have the custom paint job here. The alternative color scheme is gonna be... Let's have the supports be like dark red. Let's have this be like this, and then with the pink lineup. And of course, for the cars, you know, there isn't much we can do here. Oh man, it's really bad again. Yeah, my apologies for all the sniffling and snuffing. And then this one for good measure. So yeah, already we start to get to see like the first, you know, red and pink borderish type of thing here. Which, you know, the bigger the park becomes, the more we will see of this color scheme really coming into effect. Because we really also need to just add more to this track. Basically, what we're gonna do is once we have more money to spend on it, we're gonna remove this section and just continue to add to it. But that and more will all happen next time when we play more Rollercoaster Tycoon.